So, as was touched upon, my name is Catherine. I have been working for the MS Society now for 2 years, and as part of my role is to go out and fundraise for our Stop MS appeal, which is seeking to raise £100 million for vital MS research. Over the last 60 years, we have invested over £280 million into research. We now have a dozen licensed treatments that can reduce the severity and the frequency of relapsing and remitting MS. What we've achieved is incredible, but it's not enough. We want to stop MS. We want to halt its progression and put an end to this devastating condition. So, we believe that we're now at a critical juncture in MS research, and that major strategic investment could unlock breakthroughs that are on the horizon. Through the Stop MS appeal, we are seeking to raise over £100 million over 10 years to fund this vital MS research. With this dramatic increase in investment, we believe there's a genuine prospect to revolutionise treatment and management of the condition for everyone, even those with progressive MS. So what does this research programme look like? Through our plans to stop MS, we've carried out a detailed investigation to pinpoint the key areas. And we've involved everyone in the MS community, including people living with MS, those who know someone living with MS, and MS healthcare professionals. And I know that we have some members of the Northamptonshire group who are part of our newly established research consortium, which is made up of researchers and people affected by MS, designing a clinical trials platform that could speed up the identification of treatments to slow or stop the progression of MS. We strongly believe that we will only be able to deliver what is best for those affected by MS if we involve everyone from the wider MS community. So we fund scientists across the UK in centres in London, Cambridge and Edinburgh, and wider. Their vital work is seeking to achieve our appeal's 3 goals. 1, slowing and stopping progression of the condition. 2, better understanding the causes of the condition. And 3, developing treatments to improve management of symptoms. The appeal's focus is primarily on the progressive stage of the condition, where there are currently no licensed treatments. But another key area of focus is funding research that repurposes drugs. This cost-effective approach dramatically increases the speed at which we will be able to develop treatments. This ingenious way of testing treatments means new drugs can reach those who need them so much faster, and we can be confident that they are relatively safe. Excitingly, drugs that are already being prescribed for conditions including cancer and high cholesterol are currently being tested as treatments for progressive MS. And both of these 2 potential new treatments are now in their final stages of trials. This is a huge step towards our aim of stopping MS. As I mentioned before, these new treatments could help progressive MS where there are currently no licensed treatments. So what does the future hold for Stop MS? We have some exciting plans for our ambitious research programme, including a big step change for MS in the design and delivery of our adaptive MS clinical trials platform, which I mentioned earlier. We also hold an annual research grant round every September to select the most pioneering projects, which will develop new treatments and better understand the condition. Last year, we allocated just under £2 million in research grants, and these included a grant to a PhD student in Swansea, grants to an array of innovative projects, which is looking at early stage research, along with several project grants taking place in top research institutions across the UK, covering a variety of topics, including pregnancy and genetics. We also have our MS Register, the first of its kind database, which brings personal data together along with data from the NHS. This year, we'll see data from the register being used in 3 different MS Society research projects. So how is the MS Society and its supporters going to deliver this? I know that £100 million can sound like a scary figure, but we are pleased to report we have already raised over £40 million over 4 years of the appeal being in a discrete phase. We've been going out to high net worth individuals, businesses, and our challenge events community have been kissing goodbye to MS, all to raise funds for our Stop MS appeal. This year, there are plans for the appeal to go public, with an advertising campaign that we hope will draw huge press attention and really make the nation hear about Stop MS. But there are other ways that we can fundraise for Stop MS this year, and I'm now going to hand over to Jo, who is pleased to tell us about what some of these fantastic fundraising products look like.
Thank you, Catherine, and thank you again to all of you for inviting us here. It's so nice to get out of London for a change and just meet so many amazing people who are doing so many amazing things for the MS community. As Catherine mentioned, so I work in the fundraising team and I've worked there for about 2 years as well, and I'm in the community and events fundraising team. So I look after lots of running, cycling, skydives. We've already got Michelle signed up over there for a skydive. So if anyone wants to throw themselves out of a plane for MS, give me a shout. We'll sort it out for you. But yeah, it's an incredibly exciting time for us as an organisation as we attempt to raise such an incredible amount of money. And it's so nice to meet all of you and tell you about those plans so early on. For this year, we are expanding MS Walk. It's our annual MS walking event that takes place in London. But this year, to increase it and to meet the challenge of Stop MS, we're taking it across the country. We know a lot of people would love to make it, but can't really make it to London. So we're going to take this celebration of the MS community to everyone. No matter where you are, whatever you can do, you can take part. We're asking people to hold their own MS walk wherever you can. It can be however long you want, however short you want. It can be in the park. It can be wherever you want. But so far the MS Walk's raised over £600,000 in the years it's been going, and we think that's just going to keep going to help reach that £100 million target. So all the money raised will go to Stop MS Appeal. We will be launching it in May, and throughout September we want people to hold their walks. It'll be really easy to take part, to hold your own walk. You'll have all the information, health and safety information, fundraising materials that you'll need, all the promotional materials we'll have for you. So we'd love for you to get involved and contribute to Stop MS. And yeah, I think that's probably about it. I might hand back to Catherine, who's going to say a few more words, but thanks again for having us. It's been a great day, and we hope to see you all again soon. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Jo, and yeah, thank you again for having us both here today. We cannot reiterate enough how wonderful it is to be surrounded by so many fantastic people doing such great things for those living with MS in Northamptonshire. So yeah, thank you and a huge well done.